Okay, so this session, we're going to be looking at two-point perspective. The last video, we were looking at single-point perspective, and we drew a series of little blocks in 3D using the vanishing point on the right. To start the drawing, we started with just drawing the basic square and then converting that into 3D. Today, we're going to use two vanishing points. So I'm going to start, put a horizon line across my page. Putting a vanishing point on the right, vanishing point on the left. I'm not going to draw a square or rectangle to start, but I'm going to draw a vertical line here in the middle, like so. Now, from the top of that line, I'm going to draw to the vanishing point on the left and the vanishing point on the right. I'm going to draw lightly so I can do some erasing. I'm going to do the same thing from the bottom of this vertical line to both vanishing points. Now, they stretch on all the way to the horizon, so what I'm going to do is cut them off. So I'll put my ruler on that first line that I drew, slide it to the right, draw a parallel line, put it back on, go over to the left, draw another parallel line. So I have an N now on the left and on the right. Now to get the top, I'm going to use the vanishing point on the left, line up my ruler with the vertical line on the right. Here, I'm going to draw a line from the top of the left vertical line to the right vanishing point, like so. So you can see the difference. From last time, we see the front, top, and the right-hand side. We don't see the left. With a two-point vanishing point, we see the top, we see the left and the right. So it's like a corner shot. Take my eraser, and I'm going to get rid of the two lines going to the vanishing point, and I'm going to leave the ones on the bottom for now. I'm going to put my ruler back on. I'm going to draw a vertical line, but this time I'm going to go a little bit away from this block. And I'm going to go above the horizon. Just a little bit. Just like I did with this guy. I'm going to go from the top to both vanishing points, left and right. On the bottom, I'm going to do the same thing. I've already got the one on the right. So I'm going to now do one to the left. To save me a little bit of a hassle, I'm just going to stop this line when I hit the first block. I'm not going to continue it on the other side. As long as I'm going to cut this off somewhere between these two lines, I'm okay. If I want this to go further, yeah, I would put that line in. Go back to my vertical line. Slide it out to the right, put in a parallel line, back on the vertical line, and I'm going to go somewhere along here, and I'm going to stop when I hit that line. Take my eraser, clean out the horizon, and the top line. Now, just like last week, the last time, we created a gap between the two objects. It looks like this could be an opening. I'll darken that line in so we can see these a little better. So it feels like there's a gap in between them. This is a flat surface, so that's impossible. It's just an optical illusion that we've created. If I want to have two blocks beside each other that don't have a gap, I'm going to extend this line. I'll go even taller this time. From the top of the line, now going down to the vanishing point. I'm going to the one on the right, but I'm going to stop my line when I hit. If I'm going to make contact with an already if one of my shapes I've already drawn, I'm not going to draw through it. I'm just going to stop it when I get to there. And get a parallel line on the left, parallel line on the right, and I'm going to erase out those. I'll take out the horizon inside. Now, as I said, I always encourage my students to draw very lightly anyway, but in these types of drawings, there's a lot of erasing you're going to do, so it's a good idea to draw light and then darken in your lines afterwards. Now, when you get really comfortable with the technique, I don't need to worry about drawing all the way to the vanishing point. So here's my initial line. I'm going to the right. But you notice this time I'm not going all the way. I'm only going as far as I want this to go. I go to here. Use the dot for the bottom. And I have another one. But I didn't have to do all that erasing like I did with the first three. So once you're comfortable with the technique, it's a lot easier to just draw what you want and what you need and not have to erase so much. If you want to turn these into buildings, just remember the tops and bottoms are always going to be in line with the vanishing point on that side of the building. So if I want to put a door in here, I'm going to line up my vanishing point, and I'm going to draw a short line right here. That's the top of my door. The sides of the door are parallel to the sides of my block. If I want to make it look like the door is going in, I line up the vanishing point on the left, draw a little line right here. Then I go parallel to this line at the end of this line. So it looks like I have a bit of a three-dimensional opening. I can also put in, using the vanishing point on the right, a small line right here. So you can see there. A window above, I'm going to draw the top. Put a couple of windows up here. Tops go to the vanishing point. Side goes straight down. Bottom goes towards the vanishing point. And I'm just going to line them up with the one above. And then the sides of my windows are parallel to the side of my building. That's a really quick demonstration of how to put those on. There are a lot more detailed things that we can do, but I hope this gives you a different perspective, pardon the pun, from the way we drew last time. So I hope you found this helpful. I hope that everyone is staying safe. I'm hoping that you're staying home. I know I am. And I'm hoping that you're creating art, which I am definitely doing. See you next time.